All right, good Monday evening. I'm 5 News Chief Meteorologist Matt Standards. We've got the whole weather department in today because we've got several severe thunderstorms to deal with. We had around earlier this afternoon in the River Valley. We had a funnel cloud that went over Paris and then marched towards the Clarksville area. No damage reported, but we've had some heavy rain. We've had some gusty winds. We've even had some hail. But that was the first round. That was the weaker round. Now we've got to pony up for more storms that are firing up in eastern Oklahoma. We've got these line of storms that have multiple severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings. There is some intense rotation on some of these storms, especially in the red boxes that show you tornado warnings. And unofficially, we've had spotters across Oklahoma say that they've seen funnel clouds. They can see the rotation. Of course, it's getting dark, but there's a lot of lightning on these storms. So the lightning helps you be able to see just a little bit more. But one thing we track is that lightning, and just look over the past hour, almost no lightning to crazy amounts of lightning. Hundreds of lightning strikes every 15 minutes or so coming in there towards eastern Oklahoma, right over Lake Eufaula. All these are tracking north and east. Some of them are moving between 50 to 55 miles per hour. Just to let you know, if you do get a warning this evening, you want to act quickly because these storms are marching in quickly. But we'll let you know where the storms are and where they're pushing toward throughout the rest of the evening. We just want to give you a quick update because we've got our newscast coming up at 6. We're just going to spend about 3 or 4 minutes really quick talking about where the storms are and where they're about to go next. Right now, we've got 2 tornado warnings. You can see on the south side, a lot of lightning with those, and that's where the rotation is. These storms back off towards the south. Notice how there's a little breathing room in between each. You got one headed towards Lake Tenkiller. You got one right over Lake Eufaula, and then another back towards McAllister. But this one that's over Lake Eufaula looks the nastiest right now. This is crossing I-40 at the moment, but all these will be heading eastbound over the next couple of hours. I'd say in Arkansas until about 8 o'clock. Otherwise, you just get a stray storm. But after 8 o'clock, watch out because these storms will start to march on in. We just got a new tornado warning that does now include portions of western Delaware County. And then as you head towards Cherokee County, of course, we got the severe thunderstorm warning. Right now, at the moment, we've got some downpours across northwest Arkansas and the mountains, but they're not severe. Tornado watch in effect because what's going on right now as we speak, a couple thousand feet up above the ground, we've got a south wind that is strengthening. When that happens, you get more rotation to form in the atmosphere. So as these storms march east into that rotating air, we're going to be watching these storms just continue to rotate as they press into western Arkansas and then right close to the state line with eastern Oklahoma. But here in the next couple of hours, expect the storms to march across the state line into Fort Smith and Van Buren and into parts of northwest Arkansas too. Look at all the heavy rain that we have across Arkansas, but this is the final round. We could get maybe one more stray storm right where the cold front is. You see some of these showers west of Tulsa. That's where the front is. So we'll have to see if a few more try to pop with that. But I think this is the main line to worry about as it moves north and east. But notice as it moves north and east, these storms are kind of headed more towards northwest Arkansas. We'll see with some of these storms that are crossing the Red River close to Paris, Texas. These will be the ones that come into the River Valley later this evening. We may still have 3 or 4 hours to go before it really gets bad across Fort Smith and Van Buren, but these storms across Oklahoma coming northwest Arkansas within the next 2 to 3 hours. Right now, downpours over I-49 and US 71. We've got a good downpour over Bentonville headed north and right into Crystal Bridges and Bella Vista right now. Heavy rain over and over again in Johnson County. Finally getting a break, though, in Clarksville and Subiaco and Scranton. Finally getting a break there in Paris, too. But more storms will fire up. And on top of that, we've got some hail, too. So you may not get a tornado. We've got all possibilities of severe threats. You've got the tornadoes possible because the rotation is increasing. And then, of course, you've got some hail threats and just gusty wind threats, too. And we're watching that hail. It looks like the tornado warning here, that's just west of Haskell County. This has the most hail with it. That hail core is about to cross I-40. So folks, you may have folks know that they're traveling between Fort Smith and Oklahoma City tonight. A good hail core is about to cross the interstate there. So that could cause some damage, especially on some vehicles that are crossing there right over I-40. This would be just west of Okmulgee or so. And then we've got some hail reporting in some of the other storms, but not quite as strong. We only have a little bit of daylight left, but we're using it to take a live look. In Pensacola, you're looking back towards the west as some of these storms as they march on in. You can see some of the lightning strikes off in the distance. They'll become more numerous as they get a little bit closer to the camera. This is a live look in Ozark where we've had multiple storms today. Every once in a while you'll see some lightning there off in the distance or so. That's not a lightning bolt, that's just one of the towers off in the distance. But we've had lots of rain so far and we'll continue to have more storms and rain the next few hours. The storm threat is large tonight. Anyway, anywhere across Arkansas. Most of us in Arkansas are in that level 3 threat. That is the highest threat of the day, level 3. That's right between 1 and 5, 5 being the highest, but everyone's got a chance for severe weather. You can see behind me, hail, wind, and tornadoes will be possible. But we are watching those storms in Oklahoma right now because they continue to spin up more and more. We've seen funnel clouds with some of those, according to some spotters, unconfirmed, but spotters in Oklahoma. So be on the lookout tonight. We'll have more live streams throughout this evening. Make sure you stick with us. We'll be live not only on Channel 5 on TV, but we'll also be live on our app, our website, and also on our streaming platform, 5+. And then, of course, you can catch us on our social channels as well, Facebook included with that. But we'll be watching the storms tonight as they continue to cross the state line and into Arkansas, especially after about 8. We've still got a couple hours, downpour here and there, but then things will probably get a little bit rougher after 8, 9 o'clock or so. It's going to be busy. It's going to be loud as those storms march east. Make sure you keep it local, keep it here. As always, we'll keep you advised.